Hi again, everyone. This video is sponsored by contribution from April, and here's her story. Hey, Ollie, it's been a while since I sent a story. It's been unusually quiet in my crazy family as of late, but narcs can't contain themselves for long. Here's a bit of history before I tell the story. It's for context, so the story will make sense. I have an aunt, uncle, and cousin who live in Florida. They moved there several years ago from the Northeast where I live. I have other family that lives up here as well. My cousin moved to Florida first, and then her parents moved down there a few years later. My cousin is married to a very nice guy who happens to work for Disney. My cousin's husband and her father, my uncle, do not get along. My uncle is definitely a malignant narcissist. He's the controlling, manipulative, domineering type. He likes to play games and preys on people he thinks are weaker than him. Think used car salesman. If people stand up to him and call him out on his shit, he gets really pissed because he hates people he can't control, like his son-in-law. My cousin, my aunt, and my cousin's husband all pretty much get along. It's my uncle that seems to cause the most grief, and they mostly just react to whatever shit he dishes out on any particular day. Recently, my cousin's husband gave my aunt and uncle free tickets to Disney because I guess he can do that for family. I believe it was meant as a nice gesture, and I don't believe he had any ulterior motive. I knew the guy for years before they moved to Florida, and I've always had a good impression of his character. I believe my cousin was lucky to find him and get away from my uncle. So here's the story. My aunt and uncle go to Disney to what was supposed to be a fun day when this happened. At some point, a few hours after they got there, they took a break to use the restrooms. My uncle was supposed to wait for my aunt outside the restroom. That was the plan. Oh, what did he wander off? Because your uncle sounds like my father. That is absolutely a trick my father would play. Loves to do that. If he's pissed, and he'll just leave you there and then blow up at you and blame you for it later. I don't know if that's what happened here, but my aunt walks outside the restroom and doesn't see my uncle. She waits about 10 minutes and then calls his cell phone. No answer. She waits another 10 minutes and calls his phone again. Still no answer. She texts, she waits. She finally asks the man who is walking out if she can go back into the men's room to search for him. He's not there. At this point, she's starting to freak out a bit. He has a heart condition, so she's afraid that maybe something happened to him. She goes over to Disney security to ask if they can look for him. She then calls all the Northeast relatives to ask if anyone's heard from him. None of us up here had heard from him. This is my father to a T. He has run this game so many times, and when you eventually find him, I'm sure it's going to be all your fault, and he's going to throw shit at you from, I don't know, let's see. Several hours later, she finds him in a different area of the park away from the restroom where she had last seen him. To be clear, my uncle does not have mental conditions or dementia or Alzheimer's, so there was no medical condition for his disappearance. Once she realized he was physically okay, that's when she got really angry and started yelling at him for ditching her at the restroom and not letting her know where he was. I think she had reason to be pissed. I don't think it's nice to leave people hanging like that. If he didn't want to wait for her and preferred to meet her elsewhere in the park, all he had to do was say so, in my opinion. Absolutely, he did it to punish her and ruin her day. He knew how she'd react. This is manipulative narcissism, man. If you're wondering why I know all this, it's because my aunt called my mom and my mom called me. Yep, that's how we communicate in my family. Anyway, here's my theory on what happened. Like I said, my uncle and my cousin's husband do not get along. They hate each other. I think the only reason my cousin's husband gave my uncle a free ticket is because he probably thought it would be rude to give my aunt a free ticket and not my uncle. Reasonable, I think. It's the classy thing to do. Well, yeah, they're both there. Disney tickets are expensive as fuck. But this is his way of ruining everyone's day. My father would do this shit. He would just, if he didn't get his way or he was pissed off at something, he would just turn around and he wouldn't be there and he'd walk off. And then ruin everybody's day. But in my uncle's head, I think he resented his son-in-law's generosity because my uncle hates any idea that isn't his. Example of that is this one time when he walked out on a family dinner because he didn't pick the restaurant. Also, my uncle is super insecure, so I'm thinking that he saw the free Disney ticket as some kind of charity. My uncle likes to think of himself as a big shot, but he's really not. So he sees any kind of gift or favor as an insult. It's pathetic. So instead of just politely declining the offer and suggesting that maybe my aunt go with my cousin instead, he goes and ruins my aunt's day and unnecessarily worries everyone, including his siblings who live in the Northeast. In my opinion, it was just selfish and rude thing for him to do. Absolutely. And that's, he did it to ruin her day. Whether he was butthurt over his daughter's husband giving him I don't know why you would be butthurt over that unless you're a narcissist. And in his mind, because in his mind, okay, your cousin doesn't like him. She doesn't get along with him. Okay, so there's obviously real issues between the two of them. Okay, and really, what I think we have here is the daddy is almost seems like a daddy-daughter wife, believe it or not. That's how he's running it because he's feeling like he's in direct competition with the wife's husband. Much like we see the narcissistic mother over and over and over again create the son husband. Now, she didn't buy into it, but that's what he wanted. Okay, so anything coming from the daughter wife's chosen husband over him, he's going to ruin it. Now, being a selfish, malignant narcissist as he is, okay, with any narcissist, the only happiness that matters is their own. We know that. Okay, but with this type of guy who's very similar to my father, I think, to be enormous, he will fucking ruin your day. And this, I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I'm like, this guy, as soon as he said she was in the bathroom, perfect opportunity because they were going to pick their spots. Okay? The narcissist will pick their spot to attack. Okay? To play their bullshit. There it was. Separated. She's in the bathroom. Fucking Disney, for Christ's sake. You could disappear in Disney forever. Jealousy. Jealousy. I firmly believe he disappeared on purpose, knowing that my aunt would worry and not know what to do. I think he enjoyed knowing that she would have people out looking for him and that everyone would be freaking out, not knowing where he was. It's like he's the puppet master and everyone else is just a puppet on a string that he gets to dangle any way he wants. Total power trip. See, he can't get to his son-in-law directly because he won't talk to him directly. He has no use for his father-in-law and he sees what a piece of shit he is. So my uncle takes it out on his wife and daughter. And when he goes after them, his son-in-law is the only one to stand up to him. The competition. The competition. That's why my uncle pulls this shit. He was determined to send a message to his son-in-law that he controls the universe, not him. But he doesn't, does he? My uncle treats my aunt like shit. They've been married for 48 years, so she's not leaving him. He pulls this kind of passive-aggressive shit on her all the time. He does it to other people, too. I don't talk to him anymore. No reason to. So, Ollie, what do you think? Do you think I'm off base or overanalyzing this? Nope. We're on the same page. I connected the dots as soon as my mom called and told me what happened to her. What happened? I said to her, he does this on purpose just to ruin Auntie's day and to let everyone know he's in charge and he calls the shot. She totally agreed. I'm interested in your thoughts on the story. What do you think happened? I know it's tough when you don't know the people involved, but I have provided enough information But I hope I have provided enough information for you to provide your thoughtful analysis. All the best to you and Charlene and the kitty cats. April. We're on the same page here. You got it exactly right. I mean, I don't need to know them personally. Once you give me the parameters, I'm going to be able to figure out who's going where. It's why I say I know these narcs better than anyone. I know what they're going to do. I know what they're going to say. I know why they're going to do it I know what they think, and I know why they think it. But what we have here, okay, and you might want to talk to your cousin a little bit about this, about the relationship with her and her dad. You know, I've heard of like son-in-laws and father-in-laws not get, like, one doesn't respect the other, and it's, you know, it's something I really haven't gotten many type of letters on my channel. But what we have here, I think, is a daughter-wife type of situation, and that's what's triggering this in your uncle. And you know, I'd like to get more letters about those relationships. It's like you do see it where you used to see it a lot on TV in the older days, or in Hollywood in the older days. You know, the father-in-law doesn't, thinks the son's not good enough for the daughter, and it's always like a daddy's little girl type of situation. Okay, this might be a little deeper because he's such a malignant narcissist, where it's a daughter-wife type of situation. Could be. I'd want to talk to her. I'd talk to her more about it if I were you. Okay, but you have him exactly right. He saw his opportunity to ruin everyone's day, ruin the free ticket, and make it about him. Bottom line. And he did it because he just picked his spot. He waited for the opportunity, and then they will strike. And that's the narcissist. So thank you again for your contribution, April. Thank you for another story. I really appreciate it. Thank you to everybody watching. Please leave any opinions or advice in the comment section below. And again, if you want your story read on the channel, you have a topic you'd like me to cover, a narcissist you'd like to expose, or you'd like to set up a Skype chat. That's for tomorrow now because I'm all full for today. A Skype chat, private phone call, have a private video made. You know what to do with the email link and PayPal links in the description box. And if you're still unclear, click the final link that'll pop up in the video, which is the instructional video to how to get content on my channel and contribute. Also, remember to subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and like the video and share it, and click the subscription bell to be notified of all my uploads. This is Ollie Matthews. Thanks for watching. See you all again soon. Bye.